Elaine Orrit. I am the owner of the Wellbeing at the Well Barn, where I teach on holistic courses and also I'm a holistic therapist. I've had the barn for 2 years, but I've been doing holistic therapies and courses for about 12 years now. No one therapy is going to do everything for everybody, but if you find the right therapy, it can be extremely helpful. If it was a physical kind of stress, then something like an Indian head massage would be really helpful. If it was on a more mental and emotional level, then I would suggest something like Reiki, which is a Japanese therapy. It's hands-on healing, but it's very, very relaxing and calming. Or something like hypnotherapy, which is also, you can take somebody into a really nice space and do maybe a visualisation, a positive visualisation. That can also help to release stress as well. The therapies I personally do here are Reiki, Indian head massage, Indian face massage. I do emotional freedom technique, hypnotherapy, past life regression, and I'm sure I do something else, but I can't remember. I do so much stuff. And then after the yoga on a Monday night, we have a fabulous African drumming group, djembe group here with a guy called Kevin Payton.
In the context today, I'm a sound therapist. I'm basically a musician who, through years of exploring, has discovered the physical, spiritual, mental benefits of music and sound.
You can come in a really bad mood, and by the end of the night you've got this huge smile on your face. Colin Harrison, and he does what we call the direct voice meditation, which involves the use of the trumpet, because the idea is that the spirit's going to move the trumpet or communicate through it.
So what's that actually made out of?
It's metal, and then it has fluorescent paint at the end, and the meditation is actually done in complete darkness. Colin made that.
Right, okay.
And
he watches Blue Peter.
I had been to a few mind, body and spirit festivals, and then decided that I would set my own up. It's worked really, really well. They've been going for about 10 years now, and I've been doing 4 a year at Crosby, and then I did some at Aintree, and I've done some at the Manford Hall at Liverpool University. And they're going from strength to strength. They're really, really very, very popular, very well thought of over the years. It gets together the people who have the questions in a really lovely atmosphere with the people who may have the answers.
On this bed, you'll actually physically feel the vibrations.
Next one is Carol Wood's working with Goddess Energy.
Carol Wood. I'm a pagan and a practicing white witch.
My angelic encounters have all been with coincidences, meeting people at specific times.
We think of the earth as a living being.
I came to write the books through huge coincidences. I was actually working at a theological college, and we had a stall at the Mind, Body and Spirit Festival.
There's not a lot there to hear on the physical until you actually bring it into contact with the bed.
I decided I'd write a little leaflet just about angels, and we put the leaflet on the counter, and one of the people who picked that leaflet up was an editor from Random House. She said, "Come and have a chat, I think we can make a book here." And so 9 books later, I'm still writing.
The name for the earth is Gaia, which is Mother Earth, and that she's a living entity. That's what paganism, pagan people believe.
I'm not sure that everybody specifically has a guardian angel. I know a lot of people like to believe that.
I'm the son of a lorry mechanic.
What I do know is there are thousands and thousands, and if we need one, simply all we have to do is ask.
And in that respect, I still go sometimes like, what are you talking about?
So are angels like us, or are they a different species that have evolved alongside us? Have they lived the earth life?
We've been debating this afternoon because there is a very strong theological argument. Some people will tell you that angels have never been to earth, and they have always been in heaven, created by God.
And in the same way, crystals have been placed in the earth for us to find.
But the other side of the argument is that people are here to be angels.
They contain healing, vibrant energy.
And so many people tell me that when they see an angel, they recognise them.
These are called tinctures. It's so cleansing. Might only last for a few seconds.
So what about representation then of pagans? Do you think they get a good press?
No, they don't.
And so many people tell me that when they see an angel, they recognise them.
You find all sorts of, stupid things about sort of witchcraft, devil worship, this sort of thing, which, nothing could be further from the truth.
They're either their father, their sister, their loved ones, somebody very close to them who's gone on to be an angel.
You hear things about, they go into the woods and strip off naked and dance in circles. And
where do I sign up?
And that argument supports the fact that we have an angel inside us, that we're here to exercise our angelic qualities, and one day we will be angels.
I'm Ken Roberts. I'm a hypnotherapist, life coach, NLP practitioner.
We have a thumb piano here. It's basically metal rods that we're going to pluck.
Smoking cessation, all sorts of things, and all these things.
Cessation.
Yes, smoking cessation. And
the sound guy.
I say the sound man requires hypnotherapy, does it?
We only really use surgical spirit to clean skin, talcum powder, baby lotion.
No expense spared then?
No.
Definitely not, no.
So I'm really tired, stressed out, absolutely cream crackered. I come to you and what happens?
You're no longer cream crackered.
My aim is to inspire not only myself, but the people, my family, immediate family, and everybody around me to try and get them to enhance their lives in some way.
The scale that we have on a piano was actually kind of discovered, put together by Pythagoras, who was one of the first real pioneers of sound therapy.
It's fantastic. It's exactly as he's described it. You can feel the vibration going from one end of your body back up to the other. It's amazing.
Really take it on a musical journey. When I was getting a treatment one day, I was really surprised to find the person doing it was singing and actually using the hand across my body and touching, and you could actually directly feel the vibration of their singing coming down their arm. So I've tended to use that myself.
When did you discover you had the gift? For this. Pay attention.
We have had quite a few recruits from here.
Oh, I love it.
From the audience have wanted to take it a little further and find out a bit more about the paranormal, and then they've come and joined us on investigations. What we're hopefully going to present is
the choice.
Our investigation, above our accounts.
You just say, well, this is the proof.
We're basically troubleshooters.
But if you still want to believe that, well, that's fine.
Very normal sort of people, us, except for our, the stuff we do at night times, I suppose.
I mean, that's how we dress it up.
Some amazing footage, hopefully, that people are going to be astounded by.
Just scary.
There's going to be a coven of witches here tonight, and they're going to be casting a circle.
If you could ask for anything of magic, what would you ask for? One thing. Fun.
Our idea on this is that if something paranormal takes place, it should be measurable. So we've brought in some basic equipment to test for temperature variances, humidity, pressure. We've got a Gauss meter as well to see whether there's any magnetic field changes. So we know what it's like without any activity here. And if then the witches do their ceremony and things change, then we know it's attributable to what they're doing.
I want to do everything. I want to be a good mum. I want to have good health. I want to write a book. And I want to do what I normally do. Be me.
It's more really an observational thing.
So you're going to be a witch?
No, we were just interested in the history and stuff of it.
In a normal library setting, you wouldn't expect anything out of the ordinary to happen. What we're looking for now is anything outside of that.
You got an open mind about things?
Yeah, pretty open.
I didn't realise there was so much to it, or there was that many people into it, really.
Right, what about spells then? Are you going to cast any spells on this fellow?
Maybe, yeah.
I asked on the element water to help us with our magical work tonight.
You've been dragged along, haven't you?
Pretty much.
I asked on the element earth to help us
Are you going to be a witch then?
No, but I have looked into the background of it. We use candle magic for mostly everything.
So if I filmed you on this and it ends up on TV, would that impugn your career chances?
No, it shouldn't do. The police are like, they're open about that. What you do is you burn it, you take it down to about a quarter. When you close your eyes, you're going to get the impression of that triangle, aren't you? And that's what it's about, really. Now, obviously, if you're going to open yourself up with this candle, you bring it back in and do this single point meditation. If I go down, okay, and I'm not just going to do it a couple of times and anoint it, will it work? I have to go up and I'll caress my candle, literally caress it. But at the same time, I'm thinking of luck as I'm doing this. Then what you do is you just sit there for a good 10 minutes. Or if you feel a present, write it down. You've got your candle flame. You see the triangle at the bottom, yeah? You stare at it for a good 5-10 minutes. While it's still in your mind's eye, try and stretch it, okay? Once it stretches and it goes black, without you realising you've just opened up your third eye, then you must light it back up and close it down.
I'm Michael Hadfield and I'm here running Mind Lab this afternoon. Mind Lab is a psychic experiment where we test people's ability to read each other's minds. We also do a little bit of remote viewing and some dowsing as well. It's a fun activity, we want people to enjoy themselves. We've got people practicing with decks of Zena cards. Each card has one of 5 different symbols on them. Just had a lady just a few minutes ago who's got 11 right out of the pack of 25. Big hand for ladies! That might not sound like a lot, but that's a huge, very significant score. Average scores for that kind of thing will be around about 3 to 7.
We never get spells from anywhere else, you make them yourself. You can look in books, in witchcraft books, and take some ideas, but then change them and change the wording around and make it you. If I could do a spell for anyone, what would you want?
If this film would be a success.
That this film would be a success. So what's the colour I've just chose? Purple. And what does that do? Opens up what? All the psychic level. But it also opens up the crown chakra, bringing the magic, bringing everything that we need. For you guys, it's going to be a success. Isn't it? Yes! Yes! Thank you. There you go.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
We've got 2 dowsing experiments for people to have a go at. People are always surprised when these rods appear to start moving of their own volition while they're holding them in their hands. Some people get really excited and other people get really spooked because there's like something going on that they have got absolutely no explanation for, because these things are just moving about in their hands and they're not doing it. You finished?
Yeah.
A small group of us will get together and we'll imagine creating some psychic energy at a place on the floor, and we'll just mentally mark that spot. And then we'll ask people to come out with the dowsing rods and find out where we've put it. That's amazing. Out of all the carpet squares in the library, this is the one that we did. We always get people clustering around the spot. I mean, when you think about all the squares that you could have chosen to stand around, you're all clustered. People who are related to each other tend to perform much better than strangers. It's very rarely somebody actually stands right on the spot, but there is always a clustering around it and lots of empty space. So there's clearly something going on. I think when people live together or spend a lot of time together, they become psychically in tune with each other. We're going to see if you can influence a computer program with your mind. I'm fascinated by the things the mind can do that science suggests that it can't do.
This is a little test that's been put together by a parapsychologist called Michael Daniels.
Because we're taught from an early age that we don't have those abilities, we're not encouraged to use them or develop them. It's like a muscle that you don't use.
Liverpool, John Moores University, I think it is.
I'm convinced that if you practice and train, that you can actually get back the psychic ability that is innate.
You've got 2 separate images. One is of a Roman villa or some description of a Greek villa, loads of water, and the other was fruit. Picture in the middle when we begin will be completely grey. By concentrating on which one of these you'd like to be in the end, little tiny segments will flash in and out, and it's a totally random program. But it's also got a little bit of a timer built in. Now, if it was left to its own devices, it would take several minutes for the actual a picture to emerge out of randomness. But if you can influence the computer, it will happen a lot sooner. At times how long it takes for a picture to emerge. So you basically tell the computer which one you want. Which one do you think you can pull out of the ether?
I think we'll go for the swimming pool.
Swimming pool. Right, click the photo you wish to show. It's the swimming pool. We're all unanimous. And when you're ready, and go. So you want to see that swimming pool emerge. And what's it say? Time to complete. That was a hit. 6.89 seconds. Well done, folks. I mean, I don't think there's anything else we can teach you now. But
No, that's it.
And I started to draw a circle with eyes and ears, but I couldn't make my mind if it was a cat. And I thought, no, it's not a cat, but I don't know where it is. That's why I didn't do any more on it. And then sausages came into my mind. But I didn't actually think of that being a pig.
I've noticed that quite often is you pick up on almost a theme, but it isn't the subject.
I'm Mike Malone.
And you are?
Emma Preston.
Yeah.
When did you scribble that out? Just now? And then scribbled it out?
I worked for 3 years in a radio station, messing around with sound equipment and that. We had batteries draining within 20 minutes, so it kind of got me interested.
And was the radio station therefore haunted, do you think?
We conclude it was, yeah. We all slept in a soundproof booth for the night and picked up some stuff on the tapes and that, so.
Just now in this session, that face, you drew that.
Well, I thought it was like a big smiley face at first.
Oh, right, well, that's exactly what it is.
I'm more into explaining what happens and why it happens more than the paranormal stuff, to be totally honest.
I'm more the paranormal than explaining why it happens. I'm more the extrasensory perception where you can see ghosts and such things. My initials are actually ESP as well. Emma Sylvia Preston.
Right, welcome to Psychic Playing the Cards Right.
Because like I say, we only met at the Angel Workshop the day before. We started working together doing the tests.
it's not just guesswork.
Any fun?
You know, there's something really going on there. Now, the chances of you getting 4 out of 5 is something in the region about 3,500 to 1.
Now I looked at Sally. I looked at the card. Then I looked at all the cards on the side, and the first one that came out, as you can see, I did it quite quickly.
So were you aware that you have this ability?
I've never tried anything like that before, but I would be interested in doing some more tests.
Right, first one, wave your line. Approved, not rehearsed, whatever. Square circle.
To have that level of ability, I think is just phenomenal.
Did that really happen?